Now, our panto of the week this week is Goldilocks and the Three Bears, which is on at the Carriageworks in Leeds. And with me now, who are part of it, Adrian Marshall and Bryan Craven, who are from LIDOS, which is the Leeds Insurance Dramatic and Operatic Society. Hi, Bryan.
Hi, Adam. Nice to meet you.
And you too. Hi, Adrian.
Morning, Adam.
So tell us firstly, how are you involved in Goldilocks and the Three Bears?
Shall I start?
Oh, yes.
I'm playing the pantomime dame. I'm playing Sophie Sawdust, who, it's all right, yeah, who owns a circus.
Right.
And she befriends Goldilocks, who helps the circus recover from their financial difficulty, basically.
Oh, right, so it's a little bit of an economic austere time, sort of.
It is very sad time in the circus world, yes, and poor Sophie's down on her uppers, so it's she needs all the help she can get.
So how comfortable are you playing the role of a dame?
Well, I've played dame for now 5 or 6 years, and I love it. It really is a fabulous part, because you can interact with the children, with the adults, and you just have fun with it. It's brilliant. Love it.
When you first put on women's clothes to do the part, when you first, how do you? Because I've done a bit of drag myself with some guys here for charity, and it was a bit weird at first, but then. How did you feel about it? Were you a bit reticent about doing it first?
Yes, it's the standard question, isn't it? Why do you put women's clothes on? But if you think about it, it really is just another part. It is a costume, and it's strange. You know, you put the dress on, you put the shoes, the wig, the makeup on. Until the wig goes on, you don't become the dame, and then the whole character changes.
When people can't recognise you for who you are, I think that sort of makes it sort of okay. And
it's even more worrying when they do recognise you. And somebody once said, "Oh, you do look like your mother."
You know, to take it as a compliment for like looking the part, or is it an insult? Yeah,
I don't think your mother knew how to take it either.
Right, well, Adrian, what about you? What's your role with regards to Goldilocks and the Three Bears?
That's what I'm the chairman of the society.
Okay.
So it's my function really to try and keep everybody on track and put it all together really via the meetings that we have and keeping the society because as you can appreciate, it's not just the people who appear on stage.
Yeah. For
every one person on stage, there might be 2 or 3 backstage, the stage manager, the people on the props department, and everybody that makes up a society. We're all amateurs. We do it for the love of the show business, really, and we really enjoy it.
So, and because the society is the Leeds Insurance Dramatic and Operatic Society, where did this? I mean, I don't get insurance people down as doing this sort of thing.
That's
really,
right. Well, it started in 1973. In fact, it's our 40th anniversary this year, and originally it was people from the insurance people who from insurance. However, that changed, and now we involve everybody.
Yeah. It was, the idea was that there was a lot big insurance industry in Leeds, and they all came together after work, and they formed this dramatic society. And we still have 1 or 2 of the original insurance people with us, long since retired. Yeah. But as Adrian said, it's now open to anybody. Including insurance people still.
Is it really? So, but you've slackened your criteria, should we say?
Well, that's an interesting way of putting it, but yes, we have, I suppose. Yes.
Now, some pantos tend to focus on jokes for the adults as well as the children. What sort of panto is it? I mean, obviously, it's got a theme which is very current in terms of austere times and downs and being down on your uppers or having your downers and your uppers, whichever way you want to take it. Anyway.
It's very much a family pantomime, Adam. Okay. I just don't really believe in putting pantomimes on for adults because it's really about the children.
Yeah.
But there are 1 or 2 lines in there that may well go over the children's heads that the adults may well understand. I'll give you a little example.
Go on, yeah.
Our villain is called Gasper Gray, although my character Sophie prefers to call him 50 Shades of Grey. Which the kids won't understand, but 1 or 2 people will.
Oh, you'll be surprised. These days. That's one of those disturbing conversations I've ever had. My mum, who's 78, started to talk to me about, and the rest of them about 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay.
Mum, no, stop. You know, don't take it away.
It's wrong, isn't it? It's just
totally
wrong. Yeah.
Don't do that. I know. Great. So, but if I think back to the story of the Three Bears, there wasn't an obvious villain in the Three Bears, as I remember it. So how do you work a bit of evil, if you like, into it?
Right. Well, what happens is Goldilocks is running away from her guardian,
right,
the infamous Gaspar Gray, who wants to marry her. And she joins me at the circus, but then when Gaspar comes to get her, she runs away.
Okay.
And she ends up in the Three Bears cottage. And she says, why don't the Three Bears come and join the circus as a new act, attract audiences, sell tickets, and the circus will be saved. And that's how the circus gets involved in Goldilocks.
I see.
Not quite the fairy tale you remember, but
brilliant.
So
it's pantomime license.
Yeah. So do you get involved in writing the pantomime as well? Do you get involved in that?
No, we get scripts, and we from professional.
Yeah, they are professional scripts. But having said that, there is one or two pieces in there that we do bring in, some of the slapstick scenes, and
and is it full of that? Is the stuff going into the audience, and is it behind you and all that?
Oh, it's all there. It's behind you. Yes, there is the custard pies and and the visits into the audience and the sweets, and it's all there. Everything you want from a traditional pantomime is there, including a very nice principal boy. Principal boy.
I mean, principally, it is acting, isn't it? Right. So, when did you get the sort of, I don't know, is the bug? When was the roar of the grease paint and the smell of the crowd?
I think it's the smell of the crowd and the roar of the grease paint. I first got involved when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
I played a tree. Was the first thing I ever did with Pudsey Youth Theatre. And then I didn't do anything for many, many years. And I've been with LIDOS now 30 years this year.
Yeah.
So, and I've never looked back, really. I've done pantomime for about the last 30 years and lots of other things.
Can you imagine a year when you won't be on stage?
Every year, Adam, I say, this is it. I'm going to retire. I've done enough. But you never say never again.
So, you see, it's in your blood now. What about you? You're organising, you get involved in, I'd imagine, a lot of headaches.
Yes.
Having to look at it. How do you get pleasure out of that rather than, say, or do you want to be on stage?
I do appear on stage from time to time, yes. So I do have been in performances in different plays. We do plays as well as the pantomimes.
Right.
And we also do musicals as well. We're doing the Wizard of Oz in June.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Plug there.
Yeah. Is that the Carriageworks as well?
That's the Carriageworks as well. That's right. From the 11th to the 15th of June, we're doing the Wizard of Oz. And then we're doing a play in September. So we try and do 3 shows a year. So yes, not only, but the pleasure I get is seeing people on stage performing, really, really enjoying themselves, and that's what it's all about. We all enjoy ourselves, and of course our audiences are very loyal, who come back to see show after show, and because they enjoy it. They enjoy the shows that we put on.
So you've got Wizard of Oz to come at the moment. Obviously, it's Goldilocks and Three Bears, but you do three shows a year. Yeah. What else have you got?
The September is a production called The Rise and Fall of Little Voice, which is a play with music rather than a musical.
It was made famous with the film. There was a film with Jane Horrocks starring. The film you may recall.
Yes, yeah.
And that was excellent. We're looking forward to doing that. It's something slightly different, so it should appeal actually to more to an adult audience, I think. But it should be very good.
How time consuming is it? Because I imagine, not just with this alone, with the pantomime, in amongst work and other commitments as well, it must take an awful lot of time.
We're actually fortunate that neither of us work.
Really?
We may not look it, but
these neats, these young people, they were that aren't in employment and aren't in training.
No, we both retired early. I do hasten to add.
You make me jealous now.
But
you're right. I can dress up as a woman, couldn't I? Hey, fantastic.
See you there. Sophie could have a sister for one night.
How would you describe the thrill you get though when you go out for all the children and all of the families at this time for the pantomime? I mean,
it's just the most amazing feeling when you actually get a reaction from the audience, and to see the kids smiling and responding to you. It's just amazing, it's words can't really describe it, and you know, we all do it for the glory, don't we? I mean, you're sat there for the same reason. It's all the glamour, isn't it? And it's,
when all the microphones fail in the studio and I've got two important guests sharing one mic and things are all going on. Hey, you do because you enjoy it, and hopefully it serves a purpose. But yeah, I mean, yeah, if you didn't enjoy it, you wouldn't get out there, would you?
Well, that's it. If we enjoy it, it comes across. The audience will enjoy it as well.
I think that's absolutely right.
Yeah.
That's right. You can tell when people are enjoying themselves on that stage, it comes across, and they can see that, and they enjoy it because of that.
The thing I've always said about pantomime, for most children, it's their first experience of the theatre.
Yes.
And as such, it's really important to nurture that.
I think that's a really good point, that is. I mean, I think pantomime was my first experience. I think the other one was seeing Lennon, the sort of musical, a year after he died at the Everyman in Liverpool, and that had a lasting effect. And, you know, I'd encourage, get your kids there. Come and see it. Goldilocks and the Three Bears, Carriageworks. It's Thursday the 10th, which is Saturday the 19th of January.
Please do.
And Adrian, Marshall and Bryan, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And Bryan, we'll see you there playing the day.
Thank you, Adam.
What's the name of your character again?
Sophie Sawdust.
Sophie Sawdust, fantastic. It's Goldilocks and the Three Bears like you've never heard before. Happy New Year to you as well.